I think it's such an important topic because what you do see is those kind of almost polarizing type things. And sometimes, like you say, it's very true. Like, I guess just truth alone kind of look at the experiential people and kind of go, what the heck is going on? And then vice versa. And it's just like, oh no, that's just dead religion type of thing. So I'm kind of wondering what do you share in your book? And I know it's a whole book and you don't have to summarize the whole thing, but how do you attack kind of merging these two together in your book?
Well, I think it starts with realizing that there doesn't need to be a divorce between intelligent Christianity and passionate Christianity, between word and between spirit. In fact, I would argue that the Bible itself shows us that should not ever be the case.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think it's just as big of a fail to have a sharp mind, biblically informed with a cold heart towards the things of God and the people of God.
Yeah.
It's just as big of a fail as it is to have a heart that is radically passionate, pumped up, and on fire about foolishness.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be an either or. These two things, good theology and experiential Christianity, were always meant to be friends. So the way that the book kind of comes about is I take 12 chapters and look at the attributes of God, which is just asking the question, who is God? Like, what does the Bible say God is, and what is this God of the Bible like? And so there's been some classics on the attributes of God already written, Tozer's Knowledge of the Holy, and Pink wrote a great book on the attributes of God. Jen Wilkin, who's a friend of mine, great books on the attributes of God there, in his image and none like him. And so what I was trying to do was not so much rewrite, the book, like God hasn't changed, so let's describe his attributes clearly. But then what we've done in Truth on Fire is look at, okay, what is the application of each of these attributes if I really understand it? So, for example, chapter 1, we look at God is other, right? So the attribute of his transcendence. There is a sense where we are like God, we're made in his image. So that's true. But it's also important we start with the remembrance that there's a very important way that we're not like God. And he is completely other to us. He transcends the entire category of creation. And I love, Tozer's got this great analogy where he says that God is as high above an archangel as he is above a caterpillar. And though the archangel and the caterpillar are greatly separated in the scheme of created things, they still both belong to the category of created things. And God is creator and creator alone. So as I dwell on that, okay, the otherness of God, what is the lived experience in the Christian life that is meant to create in me as I deepen my understanding of that? And I think for that one, at least one of the main lived experiences is the experience of wonder. And suddenly I feel very, very small. And the world and the universe and God's creation feels very, very big. And that's actually a really good thing. And I learned to wonder again, like a child seeing something for the first time as I stare at creation, as I stare at the word of God. And wonder now drives my heart, this holy curiosity. And so that's just, one example in one chapter there of where I try to help us avoid one of those two extremes, just camping out on good theology, saying we tick the box and that's it, and avoiding the other extreme of, hey, I want to aim for this experience of God, but by bypassing the Bible or kind of being glib with the Bible, we want to go through the word of God into real experiences with God.